Hello friends, today we will see how to configure Fortigate basic configuration. So 192.168.1.99 is the default IP address of the Fortinet. You need to connect through port number 1. You will get the IP address on DHCP. Then put the username as admin and password is nothing for the first time. We already set up some password here. Okay, so it will ask to set the host name and register with Fortigate, change your password, upgrade the firmware. So it's a basic wizard given by Fortigate so that you can configure easily. So we are doing configuration manually. So let's click on later. It's the basic configuration wizard it's showing about the 646 firmware. Skip it. So here on the dashboard, it will show some basic information related to a firewall, such as the serial number of the firewall, what firmware version it's running, the host name of the firewall. Okay, so for the basic configuration, let's go first requirement in the you can say basic configuration to register the appliance, then put the network information. So let's go to network interface. Here if it's a Fortigate 40F device, there will be a single WAN port, and if it is a device like 60F 80F, there will be two WAN port given, like WAN 1 and WAN 2. So let's edit WAN 1 and let's put the IP address here. So you can put the IP address with the subnet mask. You can use the like /30 kind of pool. You can give the pool, or you can use the subnet as well, like 255.255.255 0 or 252.248, whatever it is. And on the administrative access, you can enable how you want appliance access over this port only. Whatever like if you are enabling HTTPS ping, then it's for deciding you are able you will be able to access this device on this IP address, and you will be able to ping this IP address. Not for it's not a global setting. Click on OK. After that, when you configure the interface and subnet, you are required to put the static route. So default route you need to add, create new. So destination will remain 000 for default route. Okay. It will auto pick the interface and just click on OK. When you configure the interface and the static route, then you can go to this console. In the console, you can try pinging global DNS to verify internet is working or not on the device. So run command execute ping the global DNS or any internet IP address you want to ping. If it is pinging, it means internet is up. For us, it's showing destination unreachable, so we need to work on the connectivity part. After configuring WAN port, some places we require to enable the telnet. So to enable the telnet, just log into the appliance and configure system interfaces, edit the interface on which you want to enable the telnet. Okay, set allow access, HTTPS, ping, SSH, telnet, FBS and fabric, and so this way you are able to enable the telnet there. Also, at some places you are required to edit some global configurations, such as changing the SSH port, HTTPS port to secure the device. We will see it later, or you can change it from here. You can run the command like config. Sorry, so typing config system global. Then to change the port, so you can run commands like set admin. So as you can see, set admin hyphen SSH. You can have SSH. You can change the SSH port. You can change HTTPS port. For HTTPS port, you need to type S port, admin hyphen SPORT port, and then you can give the port number, whatever you want to change. In our case, we don't want to change this port, so we are not changing this port, but you can use this one to change the default port. After this, you can change the time zone, so you can run command set time zone 47 for India time zone. You can also enable disable the banner, pre banner, post banner before login and after login from here only. I will paste, I will write down the command to change the system global configuration, some basics which are required, like uh, changing the HTTPS port, SSH port, changing the host name, uh, change, enabling the post login banner, enabling the pre login banner. So we will provide this under the description. Okay. So now your telnet is enabled, your time zone is set, your WAN IP configured, your static IP configuration is done. Also, some places you will be required to configure the loopback IP. Okay, to configure the loopback IP, so again, to configure the loopback, you are required to go config system interfaces, config system interfaces, edit loopback, then you are required to set the VDOM, set VDOM root, then we set IP address, followed by the subnet mask. After that, we provide the access, like on which port you want to access, or this should be pingable or not. So similar commands that allow access, ping, then set type, set type loopback, which will mark this interface as loopback, and save the configuration. So loopback configuration is done. At some places, some places you get LAN IP pool from the ISP that also required to be configured. If it is required to configure on the LAN side, what you can do, you just edit the LAN side. So if I edit it here, I will lose the connectivity. One second. Sometimes you get IP address LAN IP pool from the ISP, then you want to put on the LAN side, then just configure the LAN side IP addresses. Okay, then in this way you can configure the public IP directly on the laptop and you can use the internet. One more changes that is required to be done. Uh, in policy object firewall policy, you are required to create one policy to go to internet. So there is a default policy there. If it is not there, then you would be required to create one policy to go to the internet. So here you can see when you are configuring the WAN IP, the public IPs on the LAN side, then you are required to disable the net. When you are configuring the private IP range, then this policy is okay, no need to change. So let's open up the policy. So here you can see the net policy is here. So you are required to disable this policy. Click OK. It is asking me to give some name. Okay. So now net is disabled and you can go to internet by the public IP configured on the LAN side. So what's the change? So basically when this net was enabled, your private IP, whatever you configure on your system private IP range, it will come to the firewall using the private IP range gateway. It will translate to WAN interface IP addresses and go to internet by the public IP. When you are using the public IP directly on your system, we disable this net policy, so firewall will not further translate your internal traffic which is going out to the firewall. So this way, the IP address you configured on the laptop will directly communicate to the internet. So no network address translation in between. So that need to be taken care. So these are the basic configuration that is required to get the internet from the firewall. So we will see further in next video how we can configure the Fortigate firewall through the script, how we can use the script, or even we don't know the commands to how to go through the command from the Fortigate. So that we will see in our next video. Thank you for watching. Have a nice day.